Good late evening, everybody, and good early morning, everybody. This is Brandon Doherty, the Weather Guy. I'm going to bring you your terrific Thursday forecast. I don't know how terrific it's going to be. Most probable when we wake up tomorrow morning, Thursday today, because I don't know when you're going to watch this. Um, it's maybe raining. There might be some rumbles of thunder, and then we get some progressive clearing early in the afternoon or late morning. So, the topic of this is going to be mostly about the possibility, again, the possibility of a significant severe weather event. And um, let me caution this with that there is high, more or less high confidence of you know the event not being as significant as it's being portrayed elsewhere. So, in other words, a bust factor of quite 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 high. So let's just go through the particulars. So, what to expect? Possible severe thunderstorms. Primary threat is damaging wind, large hail, an isolated tornado, localized urban and poor drainage flooding. When? And this is, of course, Thursday afternoon and evening. Greatest threat is between 2 and 10 p.m. Now, that's a significant time period, 8 hours. And I'm going to get to, to my explanation of how this thing could change, in terms of just giving us some every your run of the mill thunderstorm or 10-minute, significant wind and rain and hail. So where the entire forecast area and high uncertainty. So that's why I'm saying that the bus factor here is, you know, it's above my head. So we have this is the severe threat area, the slight category. Now, it could be upgraded depending on factors tomorrow. Some later guidance runs and such like that, but short-lived and or not widespread, isolated, intense storms possible. So that's kind of the primer. Let's say that that's the foundation. This is the foundation that I want us to be on the alert for. Okay, so what could now a lot is talked about during the summer months about daytime heating, and I say it a lot. It depends on this, depends on that. So I thought a visual would be best to show you what I mean. So, um, during the day the sun is hot and it beats on the ground, it beats on the pavements and such like that. Okay, so all during the day that warm air is rising, depending on how hot and humid it is. Okay, it's forming the condensing of the air parcels, the cooling of the air parcels, depending on the dew point. Okay, that's also factoring in the temperature at which you know the clouds can't hold on any more water, and then you have your precipitation and cloud formation. So that's why so if you see the big billowing cumulonimbus clouds during the course of a sunny day in our summer months, that's a sign that there could be a possible late day thunderstorm. That's why there's always that threat. Okay, so for this event tomorrow, depending on a factor such as lower daytime heating or lesser time of daytime heating, the possibility for a less of an event or less of a severe event. Okay, because these storms need heat, need warm air to rise to form clouds. So if you get up tomorrow morning and it's cloudy, it's that's actually a good thing because it's preventing the sun from warming us up. If you see it clear and it clears a lot, then that's not good because that's going to allow more daytime heating and allow more cloud buildup and more buildup and instability in the air that's already there. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you this visual to give you kind of like, oh, okay, this is what he means by, daytime heating. Okay. Okay. So, and what I'm going to say here, it needs to be tempered with tomorrow. We probably won't experience a Derecho, but the Derecho will only add in to the instability and fuel the atmosphere. Okay, so the question is, what is a Derecho? Um, it's think of it as a supercell system, a significant supercell that is driving its own engine. Okay, and it's all caused by the winds moving the bottom layer of that atmosphere, depending on you know factors such as what I just showed you, that daytime heating, which drives the upper atmosphere and drives these storms. So a derecho can go quite a long ways, and the winds. The most notable thing about a derecho is the winds. Okay, you can get 70-mile-per-hour winds. It's often been referred to as a land hurricane. Okay, um, now our area experiences a derecho maybe once or twice a year, while areas more like you know Iowa, Lower Illinois, Ohio, Indiana. These areas often experience a derecho a little bit more often. The most poignant feature of a derecho is this kind of bow-shaped echo. I mean, it's your classic, you know, it's your classic supercell tornado. Just think of it as a giant supercell. Okay. Now, within this significant system is the possibility of tornadoes. Okay. Now, so there is the possibility of rotation and significant damage and possible tornadic action from this system. Now, what this derecho might do is it might go for a good 200, 250, 100 miles. Maybe it gets to western PA and then kind of like peters out a little bit. Okay. And then what we end up experiencing is a just like more or less a significant supercell weather event. And we don't get the 70-mile-per-hour winds, and we don't get the drenching rains, which you can get like 2 inches in an hour. So it's pretty, it's sort of like thunder snow in the winter that we've rarely experience, but it's kind of like that kind of like sudden burst. Now, here is the Derecho. Now, this is guidance for tomorrow. Now, again, let's temper this with this is not what's going to happen. This is the possibility of what could happen, and the possibility for a bust in terms of severe weather is pretty high. Okay, so this is our Derecho here. Now, starting out way up in Minnesota, and it's driving itself across the Midwest. So sorry about that. Okay, so just as long as you know what you're looking at. Okay, so this is the possible Derecho. Okay, all right. So you can see as it gets to about Western PA, it kind of breaks up. It looks like it breaks up. Okay, what you're seeing is not actually what is probably occurring, meaning it's probably a little bit more significant than what's shown because this shows just like minimal nothing, right? But as it gets closer to the coast, it starts to charge up again. It starts to show some more of its significant features, like that bow shape echo. What's concerning to me on this particular run and guidance is this. It's kind of a closed off upper level low. And one thing I'll always say is never trust an upper level low because that is generating the lift. And the more lift you have with these storms and these systems, the stronger the system will be. And the stronger vorticity you have, meaning the stronger, the heavier rain, the heavier winds, and all that. So, what I'm saying is, I would go back to the original story here, okay? That there is high uncertainty as to where this will occur, what we will get, and what we will experience. We will. This is a cold front. This is going to significantly. It's going to blow out the heat. Okay, yeah, but today wasn't that bad. So the factors to watch for tomorrow are a couple. The daytime heating factor. The atmosphere needs time to build up the clouds. It needs time to build up that heat, and then all of a sudden it'll reach a saturation point and it'll just blow. It needs something to kind of give it, the energy, right? Watch radar tomorrow. If you kind of see this bow shaped echo coming from the Midwest, or coming, you see it, later in the morning in Ohio or something like that. That's not a good sign because that means it's driving, and it has a lot of energy. Okay, if you kind of see like a broken up system and not much in terms of a giant supercell, then I think you start to be like, okay, well maybe this won't happen, and that's a good thing. So, and like I said, I don't think what we will experience will be technically called it Draco, just a severe weather event, but I would prepare myself like it will occur. So I go on the premise of just going with the weather story as it is right now until things significantly change. All right, and I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you abreast, and I'll stay online. Brandon, Dr. Dell, Weather Guy, saying adios.